Hey, game 2 in the series, the Port Huron IceHawks and the Comets on a Saturday night at the Coliseum. Stan Druhlia, coach of the Hawks. Congratulations, you guys are playing well.
No, we are. We're doing a lot of little things day in and day out, and that's leading to a lot of success for us.
One thing I noticed last night in that game was both your discipline and your very short amount of turnovers. You really seem to keep it under control.
Well, we watch a lot of video with our turnovers, and that's something that we really have to stress. I mean, there's a lot of teams, I think, that have as much talent or a little more talent than we have. So we have to make sure we're doing what's best for our hockey team. And if we're getting pucks deep, Bob, we're pretty effective.
You know, we got a crazy situation going. We can't win here. You can't win there. We had to switch teams or do something with them. What are you going to do with them?
Well, I know I'm sure our boss would like to switch gates with you. It's crazy. It really is. I mean, we're 4-0 here, and I think they're 4-1 in our building, and it's crazy. And I talked to Dennis Stuckey this afternoon. I said, I'll trade these 4 road wins we've got here this year for that one last year.
Right on.
You know what I mean? But it's weird. I mean, we really don't have any idea of why that is. But they play well in our building, and we play pretty smart here.
You know, I watch your club, and you got a big team, and you're pretty mobile for the size you got as well. And there's a lot more room for big guys to cover on big ice than there is on small ice. It happens a little easier.
Yeah, and you know what? With our big D, we should be more effective in our own end.
Yeah, really.
In our own building, in our own end. But we don't give up a lot of goals. I mean, we got the best goals against in the league. You know, our special teams have been very good for us as of late. We weren't good early on in the year. But we're winning right now, I think, because we're solid 5-on-5, but our special teams, when we need a big kill, we get it, and when we need a big power play goal, we get it as well.
Where'd you find your goaltender for last night?
Ryan was released in the Central League about a couple weeks ago, and we'd had our eye on him, and he was in Beausejour, Shreveport. Real solid kid. We watched him in the Memorial Cup last year in Gatineau. He took his team to the Memorial Cup in the Quebec League, so we knew the kid could play, and when he became available, we just happened to need a goaltender at the time, so we got him in here, and he's played very well for us.
He's not very excitable. He kind of stands calmly around and just, if you hit him good, eh?
You know what? And that's a good thing. Yeah. When he doesn't overextend himself. He's very composed. He got run over in a big melee in Port Huron last week against Muskegon, and maintained his composure and battled through it. But he's a good goaltender, and he keeps it pretty simple.
So at this point in time, are the folks in Port Huron a little more satisfied than they had been in the past?
I don't know. I think we're all. I mean, we had a great year last year. I think going to where we did, and I don't think anybody expected us to give Fort Wayne a run in the finals like we did. And
at least at all Fort Wayne.
At least at all Fort Wayne. We thought we could, but we were a little unsure of ourselves as well. But again, we had a slow start this year. We lost our first 4 games, and we muddled through it and get things going. But you know, we've got a great organization, Bob, from the ownership right on down. We've got great players that are great in our community. You know, our fans generally start to come out right now and support our hockey team, and you know, we need that if we're going to be able to maintain and play there for a long time.
Well, the one thing you got now that you were kind of shaky with is the organization up top, the folks that have the funding and the ability and the foresight to keep this thing going, and boy, you sure needed that.
Well, there's no doubt about it. There's so many, you know, you look at history of teams, and the Comets been here for I don't know how many years, but I mean,
too many.
But it's but look at that. I mean, it's a household name in hockey. Everybody knows the Comets. When you say Comets, you think of Fort Wayne right away, and you know, we're trying to build that in Port Huron right now with the IceHawks, and our ownership has done a fantastic job in coming in there and doing all the things that we need to do to become successful there. We're not successful yet. We're trying to get there, and they know what they're doing, and I'm sure they'll make the right decisions.
What you're saying is a Turner Cup would really help.
Oh, absolutely. It would have helped last year, but we'll settle for one this year.
Well, I was really impressed watching you play last night. You didn't give us a chance. I thought you sat on us pretty well all night long. The game was close most of the night, but we started to open up late in the game, and I don't think it was Boucher's fault. We just couldn't cope with it.
No, I tell you, I mean, the 5-on-3 kill for us, you know, early in that second period was the turning point. You know, and then we get our 5-on-3 and capitalize on it really as the first guy came out of the box. So, you know, that was really the turning point in the game. And Lindbergh's goal early in the second period, what a great move. I mean, he froze Nick pretty good. I mean, it was a great play. It's by a skilled player. And like you said, Fort Wayne opened it up a little bit, and then we capitalized on a couple late ones.
Be an interesting one tonight.
Well, it always is with our two teams.
That first goal's big, isn't it?
Well,
that doesn't win it for you.
It sure helps. I tell you, we need to get it right now. I mean, they're lacking a little confidence playing against us right now in this building, and it sure would be nice for us to grab the first goal tonight.
I'm not going to say any more to that, except good luck to you the rest of the year, and I hope things really work out well for you and the city and everybody.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Stan Druhlia, my guest. Be back in a moment on Whoa Whoa Comet Hockey.